All right, let her rip.
Let her eat. Down, Melissa. Whoa!
Hey, just poke them. There you go.
I said! Ah! Came down. There they go.
Get that big one over there.
Down, Aunt Cheryl.
All you gotta do is conk it. There you go.
Whoa. Woo!
What are they doing?
Climbing!
We'll make them climb.
How?
Move them like you're...
Well, we're not taping. I got some information about Mount Everest. I need a rock from the absolute peak of Mount Everest to do on a science project. Now, if we're only able to take a trip there and get my rock, that would be just splendid. Kowalski, you know what will be the first zoo animal to reach the peak of Mount Everest? Yes, I know. It will be in the Guinness Book of World Records. All right, I think we can make a trip to Mount Everest to get your rock. All right, boys, it's showtime. Oh, the penguins will not get the Guinness Book of World Records to be the first zoo animal on the top of Mount Everest. I shall get there before they do. All right, men, we're at Mount Everest. Wait, cut. We're at the Himalayas. All right, boys, we're gonna climb the Mount Everest before Julian does. I heard him yelling over there. So, if we want to get to the Guinness Book of World Records, who are we gonna trust? All right, we can trust nobody. All right, Kowalski, what's that new invention you whipped up? Well, it's a high-tech altitude sensor. It's a high-tech altitude sensor, which will often commemorate how tall the Mount Everest is and where my rock is found. Good. Now, any more questions before we start commenting? Yes, Skipper. What about all the dangers on Mount Everest? We'll get through those easily. We have the new karate chop skills. Now, let's get climbing. Cut. Yes, the penguins will not get to the peak of Mount Everest before I do. Now, if I can only make a highly advanced plan to let me get up to the top of the peak first. Aha! I'll get a Ford truck and bring it to the very top of the peak and steal all the penguin members. Wait, not at the top of the peak, but when they're not looking, I'll bring the Chevy to them and start stealing all the members until they have one left, and then I can crush them. Now, let's see how my plan works. Now, the penguins are climbing to the peak of Mount Everest, and Julian is about to start his venture and bring the Ford to crush the penguins and get to the peak of the top of the mountain before they do. And now, the penguins are climbing Mount Everest. Okay, status report. 5,280 feet. Wow, we haven't even gone a mile. Nope. But what about like that big white spot there? I bet I can figure it out with my super squirt gun. All right, Private, do so. Here you go. Throw me up a bottle of water. Censored! You used the wrong material. And yes, I was going to do something else to fill in that spot. There we go. Much better. Now, on with the climb. All right, now, cut. Skipper, what is that funny sound? I believe that's Ringtail in his Jeep thing. I heard him playing it a couple years ago. Hey, my plan is working. Now I shall crush you penguins until you get to the peak of Mount Yup. His jealousy is overcoming himself, and he wants to be in the Guinness Book of World Records to hold the record of the first zoo animal to climb Mount Everest. Well, we can't stop him, that big monster truck he has. There's only 4 of us, and one of those monster trucks we can't beat. I think we better go and find a good hiding spot, or at least reach the peak. Oh no! Stuck! Cut. Action.
Go.
Wait, I'm not ready. Cut! Only for the boss, not me. Again!
They probably heard that up there. That was a kerplunk. See, try like right there.
Hi, Chop. Hi, Chop. Do it again. Do it again. You missed me.
Are you a snow dog, Rudy?
What? What did you say it would be a nice place to roll? Like,
Do it again.
Let's see, it's a little bit steep, like if you go right up here. Chopper, you're going to get ran over. Oh, if it was a race, it was awful close.